In this video, I wanted to include 3 cases of people who mysteriously disappeared around the same locations, encompassing the Donnell Vista regions and surrounding areas of the Stanislaus Mountain Range in California. All of these people disappeared strangely under similar circumstances. 3 people, Nita Mayo, Patricia Tolhurst, and Breck Phelps, have mysteriously disappeared in the area of California's beautiful Donnell Vista Point since 2005. Though the area has dangerous terrain, it seems possible that foul play was involved in one or more of the cases. To date, no sign of these missing visitors has ever been found, despite huge searches in the area. Summit District Ranger Molly Fuller said, quote, "It's dangerous, but there's lots of dangerous places in the forest. There's really no explanation for why people have parked there and disappeared. I have no explanation," end quote. The Donnell fire ripped through the area in 2018, destroying 135 buildings and burning 36,450 acres, potentially destroying any evidence. Fortunately, the fire spared most of the area around the vista itself. Donnell Vista is 15 miles east of Strawberry and 12 miles west of Kennedy Meadows Vista Point in Tuolumne County, California. Between them is the backcountry with Highway 108 situated close to it. The viewing vista is down a winding, quarter-mile trail from the parking lot and is surrounded by meandering tracts of pines and cedars, granite rock formations. It is a picturesque location to catch amazing views of the Dardanelles, the Middle Fork Stanislaus River Canyon, and the Donnell Reservoir. At the top, there is a steep, rocky slope with areas of slippery rock. It's a day when Nita didn't report for work on Tuesday, August 9th. Her co-workers at Mount Grant General Hospital called the Mineral County Sheriff's Department in Hawthorne, as well as the Tuolumne and Mono County Sheriff's Departments. On Wednesday, August 10th, a Tuolumne County Sheriff Sergeant spotted Nita Mayo's 1997 Mercury Sable station wagon at Donnell Vista and began a search of the immediate area before nightfall. The keys were locked inside the car, which could also be opened with a keypad. Nita had bought souvenirs from the Strawberry General Store near Pinecrest on August 8th that were found in her locked car, along with her purse, wallet, glasses. Missing from the car was her camera and prescription sunglasses. There was no sign of her at the scene, nor any evidence of foul play. A Caltrans California Department of Transportation worker saw Nita's car on the 8th and 9th at the Vista parking area, but because backpackers often parked there overnight, the worker didn't think too much of it. By then, Mayo's children, Cindy, Shelley, and Tracy, and Pete, had flown in from Oklahoma, Tennessee, and North Dakota when they heard she was missing. They figured she had run off the road somewhere, but then they got the call her car was found at Donnell Vista on Sonora Pass that caused even more concern for her safety. When dogs searched the Vista Point area, they picked up no scent of her other than right at the car. Nita Mayo's children searched for her for 3 or 4 months. Large organized searches with volunteers were held every weekend, and Pete Mayo said he was out every day searching for his mom. In September 2005, authorities announced they were seeking Jewel Jean Rice in connection with Nita's disappearance. She was not a suspect in Mayo's case, but investigators believe she may have valuable information. Police stated Rice's vehicle and mechanical problems in the Sonora area on the day that Mayo disappeared, and she was going around asking people for help with it. On August 12th, she left Sonora without the car. Her family maintains that Nita was scared of heights and so wouldn't have likely ventured to a precarious point for photographs. News reports about Nita Mayo's disappearance appeared in California, Nevada, Oklahoma, and on newswires, and her sister in Cornwall, England, was interviewed by the British news agencies. The search was also broadcast on America's Most Wanted television program. Pete, her son, said, "I know she's not right around Donnell Vista. I crawled on my hands and knees around that place for weeks and found not one scrap of evidence. I know that place better than most locals. I scoured it for months. It's hard to live with the fact that you let her down," end quote. She was declared legally dead in 2013. A bench was installed at the Vista dedicated to Nita, located on the rock overlooking the Vista Point, which took over 2 years of work and organization to have installed. There is additionally a dedication plaque for her outside the Strawberry store, which she visited on the way to Donnell Vista. Patricia Patty Sue Tolhurst, 48, was the owner of Patty's Shack, a restaurant in East Sonora. She was last seen in Twain Harte on April 18, 2014. On April 20th, she sent a mailed letter to some friends saying she was going to go to Kennedy Meadows to, quote, put her feet in the water, end quote. On April 22nd, her white Toyota 4Runner was found abandoned at Donnell Vista Point on Highway 108. Tolhurst's purse and other belongings were inside it. Her loved ones stated she was having financial problems and may have been distraught over them at the time of her disappearance. A search lasting over 7 days yielded no clues to Patty's whereabouts, and her case remains unsolved. Thomas F. Kelly, Patty's father, said Pat had been raised in the Bay Area, but always had a fascination with nature. Quote, she loved that whole area up there ever since she was very young, he said. She liked everything that had to do with the outdoors, end quote. Breck Phelps, 68, disappeared from Donnell Vista while on a fishing trip in early October 2016. His Nissan Versa car was found a quarter-mile away near a trail leading down to the Stanislaus River. On October 5th, the search was officially scaled back after a 4-day search. His cell phone had been powered down, so he was unable to be tracked by searchers. Tuolumne County Search and Rescue was assisted by the National Guard out of Sacramento, a Black Hawk helicopter, an unmanned Stanislaus County aerial vehicle, heat-sensing equipment, California Highway Patrol helicopters, and 6 dog teams over the course of the search. Boats were used to search the Donnell Reservoir. Search and Rescue Sergeant Jeff Hunt said his crew approaches each search by the same procedure, but the terrain at Donnell Vista does make it difficult to search. That area has extreme elevation changes within short distances, which can limit areas people can travel in due to the cliff faces and trying to access areas over the top of large sections of granite to search. So access does pose a challenge. No sign of Breck was ever found.